Hi everyone, welcome to community game number 12. So, I'll do a rundown of the players. We've got Senior Veteran playing as Russia. We've got Ted from Marketing playing as the UK. We've got Stella Rossa, or Red Army as he or she is known in the Discord, playing as the US. We've got myself playing as Germany, and we've got Tbone, or Samsquamch, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Samsquamch is his name in the Discord, but Tbone in game. He's playing as Japan. Let's jump in. So, Senior Veteran, he went for 4 infantry, 2 tanks. Had a good start as Russia. 6 infantry left in West Russia, that's decent. And he's also had 3 tanks left over in Ukraine, and he's reinforced that with an anti-air gun. So this is kind of a bit of a tricky target to take for Germany. A bit annoying. Now I think I'm going to use, I'm going to use planes. I think to try and clear this out as comfortably as possible. I don't really want to throw the battleship and transport up north, because I want to be able to close off the Suez Canal to avoid an easier opening for the UK. So I think we'll go risk some fighters. It's a bit dangerous, but yeah, I'd normally, if it was a worse start from Russia, if they had less than West Russia and didn't go for 2 tanks, I probably would have tried to hit this harder and gone all in here. But the odds of the counter-attack, regardless of what we have left, is very strong for Russia. So Russia could easily wipe this or strafe it heavily if we were to go all in with everything. So I'm probably going to avoid that and just take it lightly, hopefully. So my debate, and what I'm thinking about now, is whether to go for the normal 2 artillery and infantry purchase, or get a bomber to possibly offset the loss of maybe a fighter if we get unlucky. That's my thought process now. I pretty generally speaking go artillery and infantry round 1 Germany virtually every single time, but this is a bit risky, this one. I'm gonna do it. Let's mix it up. So fingers crossed we get a nice Ukraine. That's the main thing I'm worried about here. We'll go for, I will actually throw a tank in as well, because this needs to fall. Just going to recalculate that actually. Let's take out the tank to... Yeah, the tank's a bit of security, because if I lose a fighter in Ukraine, it becomes a lot... it could become a massacre, because it's closer to 50% if I lose a fighter going in, so that tank gives me an extra bit of security. Yeah, from the days, or the old days, I always used to go all 6 into 607 as Germany, but now I've started to do 10, because if you get a lucky start with Germany, it's very nice having a sub, maybe even 2 sometimes, that are completely safe. It really does slow the UK down. It's nicely playing Germany, because I don't think I've played Germany many times in the community games. It's a nice change. I normally get the UK for some reason. I've had Japan a few times as well, but not so many Germany, so this is nice. Let's go... Tempted by an Iceland take here, but it's quite an easy target for it's an obvious choice for the US bomber to take it out. Having it here actually makes the UK it forces a fighter sometimes away from the fight in 7 should it go well for us. So I may just leave the transport here, to be fair. Okay, so we've got 4, 1 and 2 Transjordan. We'll take Karelia lightly just for now and see how well we do in Ukraine. We can decide whether to... Okay. Alright, that's our game plan. So, fingers crossed we don't lose any planes. If we don't, it's going to be quite nice. If we win Ukraine, we're going to have... oh shit, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Oh, God's sake. Oh, that kind of sucks. That's not happened to me for a while, that one. Oh, please let us take Transjordan as well now. Oh, wow. This is a bit of a rough start, I have to say, for Germany already. Not good. Okay, the destroyer's dead, though, at least, so... let's go fleet first. Okay, not terrible. That's good though, very good. Kill the sub. Oh wow, holy crap. That was extremely fortunate. Right, fingers crossed here, no hits in the anti-air gun, come on. Nice. Okay, good, good. So we'll be losing a tank here, but I mean, I'll take it. Okay. So that fleet battle was fantastic. That's extremely good. Plus we killed the destroyer, so we've got a very nasty fleet here that the UK has to deal with. If this had gone well, this would have been a fantastic opener for Germany, but it's this has slightly offset that, and they've got a clear route through to the season 17. And it also means they don't have to use the bomber for 17. They can throw it into the fight. So actually, this is not quite as good as it could have been. But we have 2 subs safe though, which is good. Right, let's do move you here. Let's put everything into Baltic states. There. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 units for trading for Ukraine. The rest will go up to Baltic states. Anti-air gun tank. Yeah, we kind of have to pull back here actually. The UK could go for some hard play on this Libya to clear that early if they wanted to. Don't pull back. Oh. Okay. Interesting start. So we've got 6 units trained on 7. They may choose to. I think they probably can't really. Well, it's 6 planes and 2 subs, so I don't think a fleet is going to be at all possible for the UK round 1. So we're probably going to buy ourselves a bit of time, which is nice. Okay, we're back for Germany 2 in this community game number 12. Right, so let's just jump back to UK 1. And this is Ted from marketing, who I'll be calling Ted from now on. So 3 infantry, 1 fighter. Okay, that suggests to me he's saving up for a fleet for round 2, which he will be able to get off if he wants to. Because I'm planning to. I need to use my planes here for trading Belarus and Ukraine, and by doing that, I'll be leaving them in landing zones that aren't. They can't reach 7. So he will be able to get a fleet off this round if he wants to. Combat, transport. My poor transport in 17. Never had a chance. 7, destroyed 1 cruiser, didn't lose anything, fair enough. And took the Japanese transport in 61. Cool. So, Japan, Tbone, my teammate. 2 transports, 1 bomber, interestingly. 1 artillery. I'm curious as to what he's going to do with this. I quite like it. I've actually seen that recently as well. There's a few games I've had playing against Axis. They've gone for pretty much a bomber per round, or close to it. And they've bombed exclusively Moscow to try and, you know, keep them down while Germany's push really aggressively. So we've not discussed strategy this game, me and Tbone, so I've got no idea what his plans are, but yeah, that could be quite fun. I quite like it. So combat, actually a really solid round from Japan. I had a quick look before I started recording. Yunnan, no units lost. Pearl Harbor went well. We had the pretty average result, I suppose. It's what you'd expect, but then the US didn't take back, so we've actually got a spare cruiser here, which is nice. So an extra bombardment for India should we need to, or, you know, it's nice to have a spare cruiser. Berryetta again, no units lost as we walked into it, obviously, but Anway, that's good. Anway, for some reason, seems to be rare to not take a hit there, but yeah, no land units lost for Japan round 1, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and he's up to 3 transports, so slightly lacking, but yeah, he may have a game plan in mind, so yeah, should be good. On to the US, Stella Rossa. Purchase 1 infantry transport, 2 destroyers, and 1 aircraft carrier. This is great for us because I think these 2 subs, having survived round 1, has forced Stella to make two destroyers, which is interesting. So, yeah, heavy on the fleet, which again is good for us because it's going to be limiting, at least initially, the influx of American troops on the ground in Europe. So that's good. No combat moves, just non-commers moving towards Germany. So we know we're in a KGF, as you'd expect. Round 2, senior veteran. 4 artilleries, 4 infantry, standard round 2 buy for Russia, should Ukraine fall. He has taken Kwantung, which is fair enough, it was open, so yeah, why not. Karelia. Yes, it's fairly good. Yeah, it was actually very good trading from Russia here. Yeah, no units lost in these two, so I've got a bit of trading to do here, unfortunately, but hopefully we get them cleanly. I'm going to have to just match them on numbers here. I can't add 1 more infantry. I can't add 4 and 3 here. It's going to have to be 3 and 2, and just hope we get the plane rolls. But there we go. So again, I'll say my usual purchase for Germany 1 is 2 artillery and the rest infantry. I don't often go for a bomber, but I thought I'd try it this game and see. Cause it's quite common. I hear people say that the higher rounds, most people do by round 2 have a bomber purchased for Germany. And I agree, from the Allied side, it is quite annoying having to watch the bomber. You know, keep an eye on your sea zones. It does have that extra element of defence and coordination. Anyway, for now on, I think we'll be going pure. Yeah, perfect. 11 and 2 from now on. So I've worked out we can hold Karelia. We can get the Karelia stack off, no problem. Even if you should take a bad roll against these 2 infantry, I think we should be fine. So I'll go 1, 2. Kind of want to get 1 more here, actually. Let me just recount that. 5. Should we take that? Yeah, I think we can. So I don't want to be throwing too many units in unnecessarily. I'd like to get as many forward as I can, obviously. Let's go 1 more to Belarusia. 1 more to Belarusia. That's a bit more of a safe battle. This one's a bit more dicey, but I'm assuming we still kill all the infantry even if we don't take the province. But there we go. I think that's all we can do. I think I'm going to pull back with my subs to 5 probably. They're not going to last long. 4 or 5? What's the advantage of either? Because they can range 2 if they go to 4. I guess having them up in 4 means they have to sort of come this far. It's a bit of an awkward spot to get to. Oh, I'll see. That's a non-com move. So, right, let's do it. Diciest battle first. Let's do it. Come on, lads. Clean. Good. Nice. 1 hit back. 2. That's more than fine. More than fine. Belarusia. Okay, great. One hit back, no problem. Belarusia. Not great. No hits back though, that's good. Sweet. Cannot complain about that round for us. It's pretty good. So let's move up. I don't like leaving German fighters on their own because I think it's worth it for the Allies, even if they're going to lose their planes, to trade German planes. Because obviously I'm not going to be buying any more. So I think that's probably a misplay. I'm going to put them in. I'll probably put them in the Baltic states, maybe. We'll have them all. Let's do something like that. The nice thing as well for me, there's no danger of France being taken this round. There's nothing in range. Those 2 transports, sorry, the 2 subs have prevented a UK fleet and also prevented the US from moving to 10, which is pretty nice. So we've got an extra round of safety in Europe. Interesting that the UK didn't take Libya. I would have blitzed the tank back and forth here. So these guys can just sit there for now and wait to die. Okay, move you up. So we need 1, 2, 3 here, and the rest can go forward. May as well put the anti-air gun there just to deter any kind of crazy attacks on this, because they have only got, yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll sit in 4. I'm not sure which C-zone is the better one to go for here, or if we could do a split between 4 and 5, but we'll just try that. That's fine. Okay, so happy with that round as Germany. Okay, we're back for Germany 3. So let's jump back on for Ted's move, round 2, UK. 1 carrier, 2 destroyers, 3 infantry, 1 artillery, so we got the fleet off, which we knew he'd be able to. I was thinking actually, once I finished recording last round, I did kind of regret my move to 4, because it's, yeah, not that it would have made much difference, but I think 5 is probably a better spot because it gives us a bit more range around the UK, but it doesn't matter because we knew they could get a fleet off regardless. Combat, bombed Berlin, 5 damage, pretty good. So we held on there, which is nice. They lost an infantry for it, which is good. Unfortunate for us, we lost the cruiser in 53. The sub managed to get a roll and take it out, so that's a bit disappointing. But what's interesting here is we've not discussed the game apart from just saying I messaged Tbone saying we had a good a mixed Germany start. We've not discussed sort of battle plans or anything, so I didn't know who was going to go for India. But actually, looking at the board here, it looks very strong. I don't think the UK can hold, regardless of what they actually purchase. So that's pretty good. We'll look at Tbone's round 2. So bomber complex purchased. Was going heavy for India, but I think it's going to pay off because I think we should be able to take it. Combat. Xinjiang, Sichuan, Soviet Far East, just grabbing territory. Burma, Kwantung, and Yakut. Lost an infantry, but that's fine. So, yeah, a bit of expansion here. Not much, as you'd expect, not much Russia pressure in the east, so we can sit here for now and just he can comfortably sit here while he's taking India and then slowly reinforce from Manchuria. There are no transports around Japan, so it's going to be just a deployment into the Manchurian I also said candidate then, the complex in Manchuria. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I've done the odds for this. Even if you built a destroyer here and 2 fighters, 3 fighters, it's not going to change the odds. It's over for India, so they're going to have to pull out, I would think. From there, he should be able to expand pretty rapidly around the place, try and help me out in Africa maybe, then head towards Russia. But no, looking good. So that's Tbone's move. Stella. 2 transports, another destroyer. Damn. 2 infantry and 2 artillery. Very heavy on the fleet. So they're going to be able to hold multiple sea zones here with no problem. I think possibly the initial purchase of the extra destroyer, I think for US was maybe the subs, but also possibly the worry about the bomber. But yeah, big fleet from the US. Very big fleet. Combats. Oh, he tried to... That's unlucky. That is unlucky. Damn. The first bombing raid and he gets shot down. That's pretty brutal. That is very brutal. Damn. Very fortunate for us, so I'll take that. Definitely take that. And took Morocco as well, so I'm getting pushed from both sides. I think I'll probably just... What I prefer to trade here? I think I might just blitz in and out and let the Americans deal with this. Because I think the Japanese would probably be able to, hopefully soon at least, try and contest Egypt from the UK. But there we go. Yeah, just mobilising. Norway and Finland still safe for now. There's only 1 transport in range of these 2, so I'm not going to lose both of them until, possibly next round, which is good. So yeah, a bit more income for me, which I like. Round 3, senior veteran. 5 infantry, big purchase from Russia, 5 infantry, 4 artilleries, looking very solid in West Russia. Combat, tried to take Ukraine but failed, which is lovely for me, so I've got no trading to do this round if I don't want to. I can possibly go for Archangel if I fancy it, but I don't need to do anything here, which is great for me, obviously. Just secure things. So I think what we're going to have to do now is try and get France secured, because I don't want to give this away for free. So let's just do a quick build. We have been bombed fairly heavily, so 7. think maybe just leave it at that. I don't want to repair, or I don't want to repair more than I have to, because we won't be able to deploy an extra infantry there anyway. So we'll leave it at that. I think. Just do 12 infantry. Attack. What can we do here? Not a whole lot, to be fair. Let's just go for 1. Again, I could potentially attack the fleet here, but it's not going to make much difference. I think, yeah, I can't do much damage to it. Do we just go for it anyway? Because we're going to get destroyed. My only thought about leaving them in 4 is that we're going to draw some of the fleet up here, but that's not really a problem because they've got so much fleet anyway that outmaneuvering some of them is not going to be a problem for the allies. So I think I might just go for an attack. Why not? Let's just try it. If we get extremely lucky, we might actually be able to do some damage, but that's not going to happen. Okay. Yeah, it's blitzing out here. We'll try and set up a bit of a France stack as well. There's only 3 half tempted to go for. Ooh, hang on. It's 5 versus. Well, it'd be 6 versus 6. Let me count this. Just want to see how close it would be. Because I'm tempted to hit this, which would obviously make France a lot safer. Meaning I could throw more troops towards Russia rather than having to defend France. If we can kill a lot of this. It's a bit risky though. But it would slow the US down. Okay, let's do. We've got above odds to take this. It's above 50% odds. Let's just try. So it's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back into France. Okay, so let's try it. Let's try it. Even if we don't win, it's still going to be slowing the US hit down of France, so we can afford to move more towards Karelia. Okay, let's go with that. We'll do this one first. It's going to be an absolute. If we can get a few kills, I'll be happy. Okay, 1 kill. Fair enough. There you go. Poor guys. They did their job though. They delayed the fleet for a while, and also delayed the Americans moving up. So they played a role in this game already. So that's fine. It's just a bonus if we take it. Didn't take it, unfortunately, but oh well. Right, this is quite important. We'll see how the first round goes here. I might pull out if it's too bad. Yeah, not great. 2 hits, 1. Okay, good rolls back though. Gonna keep pushing. Nice, nice. Whoa! Perfect. Holy crap, that was fantastic. I'm not sure what the percentage of that actually happening were, but that was definitely above odds. Fantastic. That's really, really good. Okay. So that's pretty much eliminated the threat on front. We've got 1... Yeah, we've got 2 infantry from the US that can hit, and also just 1 transport from the UK. So France is very much secure. There's no danger of Italy as well, which is good. So it takes away the US 3 timing that I know Quinton likes to go for. It's Medshock, hitting a lot of the stuff in the south of Europe. Awesome, awesome. Right, let's go. Let's pull everything then into Karelia while we can. Move you back. 1, 2. Put those back into position. We have fights going. I'm going to put fighters in France, I think. Again, not that we necessarily need to, but why not? So what's going here then? We've got 3 infantry then. So 4, 5, 6. We've just doomed obviously our infantry in Africa, but I'm more than happy with doing that, to be honest. So they've given us a nice delay on everything again. So 6 infantry, maybe just 7, makes that ultra secure. Yeah, there's no way they're going to go for that. There's no danger on Germany here either, so we can push forward with everything else. So what we've got, 6 moving forward. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good. 3 in Poland for the trades. Yeah. Let's go with that. In fact, just why not just put the fighter in France, because we're not going to need it in Germany at all, are we? So 175 plays 155, not bad. Getting a good round. I think Germany's turns have been fairly lucky so far, to be honest. We had Russia not taking Ukraine there, and also being able to take out the US stack in Morocco is pretty good for us. So there's been a lot of delaying for the Allies in this game, I think, with the subs and Season 7 in the first round, and yeah, it's been fairly nice. So Germany so far has had a pretty easy ride, which I can't complain about. And plus with India about to fall, I think the pressure's going to come very quickly on Russia here, which is good. So no, so far so good. That's Germany 3 anyway. I'll see you back for Germany 4. Okay, welcome back for Germany 4 in this community game. So round 3, UK, Ted, 1 destroyer, 1 transport, 2 infantry, 1 fighter, no combat moves. Just prepping for obviously some eventual landings in the north. A few bits and bobs here. Yeah, so he pulled out of the big move here for the UK is he pulled out of India. And interestingly, Tbone took it, and he doesn't have odds to hold it, unfortunately. If the UK was to come in with everything, they've got like a 90-something% chance of taking this back, should he throw everything in all at once. So I think we've not discussed anything, but I'm going to fly 3 fighters down to try and at least let him hold this for, well, hopefully hold it for a round. I think with my 3 fighters from Karelia, it gives him about a 70% chance of holding this, which I'm hoping is going to be enough to then let him deploy some units in there and also drop some fighters in there to help to hold it permanently. I think without that, this could become actually quite nasty because he can retake it with the UK. There's no follow-up apart from 1 infantry here, and there's no infantry follow-up. So should we lose this, then it's going to be, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to retake it. So it's kind of, it's all or nothing time now, I think. Now we're actually committed to it. So yeah, I'll fly some fighters down to try and support this a bit. And I think we got, by the looks of things, we got lucky with the trading in Europe as well. So I don't actually need to use my planes at all this round, which is quite nice. And I'd like to keep the fighters in France because there's a bit of mounting pressure against France. I'd like to force the Allies to go north and not take France. But anyway, we'll get onto that in a second. Yeah, Tbone, round 3. Wow, bloody hell. 3 tanks, 2 bombers, that's very aggressive purchasing from Tbone. Bloody hell. What did he buy on 1 bomber? Yeah, it's been a bomber round so far. Well, at least a bomber round. Quite interesting. Bit of expansion, he's taken Western Australia. Took out the destroyer that was blocking 35. Took India, obviously. It must have been a US fighter there, I assume. I'm assuming? Yeah. And lost, that's quite bad. Lost 2 infantry, that's a bit unfortunate. And just general expansion everywhere else. So he's got a bit of forward movement with some troops, but again, very minimal, very minimal. I'm hoping my stack can keep Russia more or less pinned to West Russia. I'm hoping so, at least, anyway. But yeah, I think with the obvious choice when you get India is to go for a VC snipe, and there's no real, looks like no real intentions to go for that for Tbone. So I might just drop in the Discord and ask what his plan is, because I think the bombers he's got available, we could just bomb Russia into the ground and just keep them really, really without income for a while. But we're gonna have to follow up. They're gonna have to follow up with land units. I think maybe just. I think the amount of bombs he's got now is probably enough. I think for the strategy he seems to be going for, which is going to be to bomb Russia, I'm assuming. So I think 5 is more than enough, because the complex is only 16 points of damage, so 5 against that is going to be probably total it in 1 round. So just a few bombers to maintain the damage, I think, would be enough, and then he can focus on getting some ground troops pushing towards Moscow as well. But yeah, so India, we're in for now. If we can hold it for a round, that should be India gone permanently. So round 3 US, this is Stella. 3 transports, 3 infantry, 3 artilleries. So nice round by, getting the transport numbers up. Combat just took Morocco. I'm not too concerned about a med shock here. If it happens, it happens. We can trade off should we need to. I'm more concerned about just controlling France and make sure that it doesn't fall into Allied hands for a round. So beyond that, we're fine. Round 4, senior veteran, 1 tank. Oh, okay, 5 infantry. So a few tanks actually sitting in West Russia now. Combat, this was fantastic for me. Yeah, he'd lost. Yeah, I think he went in with 1 infantry for both and 1 fighter for both, I'm assuming. Yeah. So he lost both infantry. So we had some legendary infantry defenders in these two. That was fantastic. So no trade needed for me here at all, which is actually fantastic because it means I can hold France and also send fighters down to India. So this was perfect for me. So for my build then, we do have complex damage. Let's just do a quick build. Yeah, we can almost repair that all the way. So we've got 8. There's no real danger to. Could get a tank here. No, I'm going to save the 3. Save the 3. Hopefully we'll try and slowly repair this. Have they got any bombers left? Just 1 from the UK. Okay. I'm not really. I kind of want to get a tank here with that extra income, but I think I'm going to leave it and just bank it because we're obviously going to start losing some income very soon. We've lost Africa, so yeah, I think any spare income should be saved for more infantry, so we can hold the line as long as we can for Tbone to get stuck in. Yeah, let's do that. So nothing for me to do here really, which is nice for Germany. The less they have to do, the better really. Save on units. I'm going to keep this bomber here because it's such a pain for the Allies having to cover every single sea zone in the Atlantic Sea. It can range so far, this bomber, so yeah. No good targets, so they've defended everything well, so I can't really pick anything off. So yeah, no comment. I'm definitely not going to bomb the UK. It's very much a waste of a bomber, should go down. Right, so we're going to have 10 here. I've done a bit of a calculation based on if the UK go for France. I'd like 12 in. Yeah, I'd like 12 in France. We're losing a bit of forward momentum. I'm going to try and put. Got to be careful here. I might actually leave the deployment. (18, 21, 22, 24). Yeah, it's almost getting dicey here, to be fair, actually. It's going to be, what? 19, 27, 29. Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on this karate stack. We've got to keep an eye on it. It's not invulnerable. Particularly they're building tanks as Russia as well. And we're losing three fighters. I'm going to have to be careful with Germany here as well, because we're leaving our backsides open a bit. So I'm trying to control France. So 12 should be enough. I think you get to a certain critical mass in France where, at least you know, for general shipping for the Allies, where it can just hold against a double attack. So we're slowly reinforcing France to the point where it's not going to be really attacked. But it does mean we're losing some forward momentum a bit here. So I'm going to leave. We can only deploy. Yeah, we can deploy 8 into Germany here. So that's going to leave us 11, which is enough. I would hope. 2, 3. They can only use 2 planes, 1 bomber. Yeah, that should be more than sufficient. So yeah, I need these guys here just to be extra safe. I don't want to risk anything too much. I don't like doing this, but I think it's necessary in this game. I think we have to. We can't let Japan lose India. That's just going to be too costly for us. So I think that should do. Put a cheeky tank back in Germany. Okay, let's try that. So 194 currently plays 172. Okay, we're back for Germany 5. Community game number 12. Right, I've got my coffee here so we can. I've just woken up, so my voice is a bit dreary. Then I apologise. So UK round 4. This is Ted. 2 fighters, 1 artillery, 2 infantry. A bit of harassment for me on the coast. He's taken northwestern. Was that this round? Yeah, it was. Okay. So he's taken the Scandinavian countries off me, which I don't think I'll be getting back anytime soon. So basically, I'll just give you a quick update. Me and Tbone, or Samsquamch, as he's noticed in the as he's known in the Discord. We've had a bit of a discussion after, I think it was after, or while the UK was moving last round. And so we've got a bit of a game plan going forward now. We're going to try a VC snipe, given the fact we've got India. So he's moving for Hawaii now, and we're going to try and hold what we can. He's going to need these. I'm going to have to leave a note for him because he's going to have to leave these carriers and probably a battleship. Definitely a battleship, maybe a destroyer as well to protect against the Air Force. But he's going to be one who's sitting in. Oh, nasty, yeah. Actually, the med shock from the US is a bit of a counter to the Japanese 34 move, because obviously you can. This is one of my favourite moves after I saw it in that community game. I've tried to use it ever since. Going for a VC snipe, but from here the Japanese carriers can land planes in any VC in Europe, so it's such a great spot to put a couple of carriers and some fighters. But with the US fleet in the med, that's not going to be possible, I don't think. So we may have to just land them somewhere. So we may have to, account for that, because I don't think anywhere else. 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly up here in Evenki, you could drop some troops, drop some fighters. But I don't think he's going to be able to get to Italy. No, not quite, not quite. So basically, Italy and France are on their own. They're going to have to be controlled by German troops solely. And we may be able to get some reinforcements for Germany and more likely Karelia, because Karelia is going to come under heavy fire. Karelia is going to get bombed hit pretty hard because the Russians are still in West Russia, so they will get a chance at this once they see what's coming. And I'm assuming after this move they will see what's coming. So the Russians next round will probably have an attack on Karelia, and we'll see if we can hold it. But yeah, so we're going to have to try and defend as best we can. But we've been hitting a few places in Europe, so yeah, gotta keep my defences tight. Anyway, so yeah, that's for Ted, UK. He bombed Berlin, got 1 IPC damage, which is not too bad. I will have to do some repairs there. Okay. He's up to 3 transports as well. Actually, it'll be 4 in a second as well. So it's pretty much maximised. In a sense, it's not, from that side of stuff, it's quite hard, because you kind of need to, once you take India, you kind of need to get onto Hawaii really quickly, because in a sense it gives the UK more income for Germany, because they can deploy all their income in the UK and just get up to 4 transports and start harassing pretty heavily. So you kind of need to take Hawaii out early, by around like 4 if you can, to sort of make it a lot easier for Germany. But anyway, so Tbone round 4, 3 infantry, 3 tanks, 1 destroyer, 1 fighter. Okay. 3 tanks for Manchuria. Looks like 3 infantry for India. We've done the calculations as well for a UK attack this round, and I can fly my planes out, and he's still fairly comfortable to hold. So I will fly them out, because I think I will need them up here. You have to risk it. So combat. Will he fly over with just 2 to raid Russia? Okay. Fair enough. So lost 1, unfortunately. Well, that's kind of a rough bombing raid, to be fair. 1 bomber destroyed and 1 IPC dealt. Took a few more territories. Okay, so he tried to take Eastern Australia. That's that could end up being quite an interesting fight if the UK tries to take this out. It could be a 1 versus. I kind of want to watch that. A 1 roll versus a 1 roll. Quite interesting. Round 4, Stella. 8 infantry, 2 transports, 1 artillery. Yeah, he or she, I don't know who it is. They're going for a med shock, which is kind of a good thing in this situation, because the UK's got some decent numbers up here. There will be up to 4 transports, so they're going to be able to pressure all my VCs. So Italy is no longer safe. So yeah, it's probably quite a good thing for them. Plus they've cut off the 34 move for the Japanese, so this could be really good for them. Combat. Algeria. Just mopped up the rest of my territory. It's taken Southern Europe, Italy. Okay. Failed to take Kazakh, but the Russians have moved in on it, so Yeah. It's nice though, we've only got 3 places to trade this round, and I've got 3 planes, so that in a sense works out quite nicely. On to round 5, Russia. This is senior veteran. 4 infantry, 2 artilleries, combat. Just walked into Kazakh. Took Vologda back, lost an infantry for it though, which is nice. And yeah, secured his West Russia stack, which is the one thing that's really kind of worrying me actually, because that's a fairly substantial hit they're going to be able to mount on Germany, and they need a lot of planes. A lot of planes. We might as well go all the way here. Yep, sweet. I'm getting a tank here. I want to maximise my income at this point. Spend everything I can. So we'll do the bomber to Italy. It's the most important one. Northwestern, southern. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I want all these back. What's nice is he didn't trade the Ukraine. Ooh, we could try a cheeky hit on the Caucasus here. Because we're flying the planes back to Karelia, so actually on the way they can just hit this hit this with infantry. If we get lucky here, we've got to get an extra 4 income, which is yeah, I'll take that. Could be nice. I'm not going to stack Italy. I don't think I'm going to leave that vulnerable, because they want to be hitting it with these transports. I'd rather secure France and make sure that can't. Well, that's unlikely to fall. Right, dice gods, how are we feeling today? Bad apparently. Okay, good. Northwestern, good. Hits back on both though, kind of unfortunate. Southern, nice. No hits back, nice. And Caucasus, this could be really sweet if we take this. Come on, be nice to me. Ah, oh, beautiful, beautiful. That is what we like. Alright, so let's land you boys back there. So I'm going to put everything we can here actually. 1, 2. Just thinking what can hit France here. There's quite a big attack that can be mounted on France. They've got 4 transports worth that can hit with fighters and a bomber. Then the US can go with also 4 transports, all full with bombardments and fighters. That's pretty. I'm not even sure we can hold France this round, to be honest. I may have to pause here and just spend some time doing some calculations, because France looks really open. I'm just thinking because they've got a West Russia stack off, so I've got to leave Karelia safe enough. I've got to leave Germany safe enough, because they are. There's potential to lose it here. He's got a lot of attacking units in UK as well, so yeah, I'm not sure we can hold everything here. Okay, did some checks. I think we should be fine here. I'm going to go and try and stack France. So we've got 10 infantry in there. We've got an anti-air gun. We've got 14 in total infantry. A tank. Anti-air gun, two fighters, so that should be, if the UK try and attack that, it's going to be pretty brutal. They're going to get, I would hope, decimated, and so it'd probably put the Americans off going for it, hopefully. I think I'm playing on what I expect them to do here. I think they want to go for the meds, so I think that's what they'll do. I could risk putting another anti-air gun into France, but that's a bit risky. Karelia is safe, that's fine. Yeah, we're not playing on totally secure percentages right now. India's not totally secure, although it is good. It's about 85% chance of holding, roughly. So I'm playing the percentages here. I'm hoping they won't go for anything like that, and go for it and get lucky, basically. But yeah, I think we should be okay. Berlin, we're leaving 3 tanks. We'll have 10 infantry, or maybe each 4 tanks and 9 infantry. Bomber anti-air gun, so the UK can only hit this with 3 transports as well, so that should be more than sufficient to hold. Yeah, let's go for that. tank here. So how are we looking? 207, 188. Currently the strongest power, which is nice, but the US will rapidly catch up. Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to Germany 6, community game number 12. Interesting board, very interesting board. I'm quite happy about the board in a sense, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's do a quick rundown of what's happened first. Round 5, TED, UK. 4 infantry, 3 artillery, 1 fighter. Bombed, tried to bomb Germany, got shot down, which is lovely. Which also means there's one less bomber available to try and hit one of my complexes. Well, I mean, one of my territories for this round. This is the key round, I'll just say. This is the key round where we have to hold 9 cities. So it's going to mean obviously taking Hawaii with the Japanese and taking back Italy. So yeah, that's having one less play on the board for UK is definitely good for me. And actually, here they can only hit. The strongest attack they can muster is going to be against France. So France is going to come heavily under the wire. Germany not so bad. I think we can hold Germany fairly comfortably. So it's going to be mainly just securing these two, I think, as strongly as possible. Anyway, yeah, bits and bobs. Northwestern, Baltic states, Caucasus. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, because I took that last round, didn't I? Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool. So that's Ted's Tbone, round 5. 1 tank, 2 bombers. Oof. 2 artillery, 3 infantry. So combat bombed Russia for 6 IPC, not bad. No bombers lost, which is good. Just a bit of expansion as well. Eastern Australia, Vologda, Kazakh, but got retaken, and Novo. So we have lost our forward momentum now. We've got very little here, so we kind of do need to take the game early here, because if we don't, it's going to very rapidly fall downhill for us, I think. So I'm under severe pressure, and also I don't intend on trading anything this round. I'm going to just pull back everything to my victory cities. So apart from this, because I need to blitz some tanks down, because Karelia is safer than it should be, because I think yeah, Russia made the mistake of pulling back here. I think they probably should have attacked, given what's coming, but yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So that's Tbone, round 5. US, Stella, round 5. 2 transports, 9 infantry, 1 artillery. Combat, again, maintaining the med shook, which is quite, again, in this situation, it's quite nice for them, because yeah, they're going to I have to stack more. Normally, you wouldn't have to worry about this if they were going for a Finland shook. Italy would normally be safe, but now I've got to secure everything, so it makes things definitely a bit more tight. I've just realised I probably have to. Oh shit! I probably have to take these artillery as well, because if I don't, it gives. That's annoying. If I don't take these artillery out, should UK go for I don't think the UK will go for Germany. I think they'll go for France, because I think that's the best option, by far the best option. And then they could just pile on France with both sides. But if they go for Germany and get it low, then yeah, I don't think it will matter. I'm going to do some calculations in a second. I've not really looked through the board properly yet, so I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, yeah, the med shock, fairly successful. 1 in Ukraine, but failed to take it, but the Russians stepped in. So yeah, they've got, for the attack this round, they've got, yeah, 9 units, pretty much. And also depending what I leave alive here as well. So potentially 9, 11 lander units with some bombardments and minimal air support though, which is nice. It's 1, 2... Yeah, these fighters are out of range, which I think... Where do they come from? Yeah, that's a I think that's a misplay as well, because 1, 2, 3, 4 would have enabled these. Yeah, he's taken out fighters. 2, 3. Yeah, those 2 fighters are not in range for the battle, so that's really crucial. Again, that could be a big bonus for us. So onto Russia, round 6. This is senior veteran, 6 infantry. Bit of complex repair, combat Ukraine, Vologda, Kazakh, Belarusia, and the non-com. Crucially, he didn't go for Russia. He didn't go for Karelia, which again probably would have been a slaughter, but I don't know. I feel like you need some kind of... You need to have a go, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, he's not gone for Karelia. So Karelia now is completely airtight against the allies for a city. So that's not going to be a concern for us. What's going to be a concern now is these three. These are the three we have to worry about. Then the odds for Japan, that's completely fine. Well, it's not completely airtight, but it is secure. I think it'd be very unlikely for us to lose that. Very unlikely. 1, 2, 2. The sad thing is these two fighters can't reach anything of value. They can get to Karelia, but again, we don't need them to get to Karelia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these bombers, again, I would have liked them to be placed in India, because India gives them range to go to anywhere. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Yep, so... Again, I think it's all about maximising our chances here, because we are going to... It doesn't really matter what happens to the units. If we win the game, we win the game. So everything can die as long as we can win the game. So yeah, these should have been here. I think probably, yeah, anything spare should have been in range of Europe. But we've got a chance. I think a few things have happened nicely here. Russia's moved away from West Russia. There's been a few units taken out of the picture here. So, yeah, I think we've definitely got a chance. So I'm going to go for a maximum... We don't need to deploy in Karelia because it's more than strong to hold on its own. What I need to do is take out and capture Baltic states with Karelia troops, so I can then blitz these tanks back to Germany, and I'm going to fly everything back as well. And then I'm going to deploy purely into Germany, so I need to maximise that, which would be 7 infantry and 3 tanks. So let's do this. I'm not going to risk this at all. I'm not risking this. I'm going way harder than I need to go on Baltic states. If we somehow fail that attack and I can't blitz tanks through, that makes us a lot weaker in Germany, so I'm going to make sure we we do that. So yeah, I can do a bit of trading here. They've only got 3 transports in range of Karelia. So I might as well... We can even try this. This is more of a sort of a, I suppose... half thinking about the game should it carry on beyond round 6, so I would like to trade a few of these territories off just in case, but we're leaving 15 and an anti-air gun in Karelia against 3 transports, some bombardments, some planes, more than fine. If we could take Finland here as well, which I think I will actually go hard on, because you can't blitz these 2 tanks through. Should be fine. In fact, I can go even harder on this if I want to, because these 2 planes should be here anyway. They'll be in Karelia, so I can go crazy here if I wanted to, actually, to be fair, within reason. Okay, so what am I trading in Europe is the question here. Obviously France needs to, Italy needs to fall. I think we're going to have to go heavy. I think honestly that the tanks are going to go to Germany. I think the fighters are all going to have to go to France, I think, because France is going to be where the hammer's going to fall the hardest, I believe. It's where they can mount their strongest attack with the 4 UK transports and, yeah, everything with... yeah, they can bring everything they can to the France fight. It's always these kind of rounds where you're scared you've missed something crucial. Like one slight mistake and it's going to throw off the game. In fact, actually, what was funny, when I finished my turn last round, I noticed I left Germany with like a 70% chance to hold. It was just really very dicey. I was lucky that the UK didn't go for it, because that would have been quite scary. Okay, how's that look? Not bad. Good. Okay, this is the key fight. I'd love to take this cleanly. If we can take it in 1 round, which we have, and no hits back. Okay, 2. Not bad. Not bad. It's a bit weaker than I would have liked, but again, we have. Oops. delete that now. That's irrelevant. So everything into France. All we can bring to France. The anti-air gun I think should definitely go to. Oof. Because no one can bring actually. Yeah, I might as well put them one in each because they can only bring 3 at a time. So I might as well just keep put that one in Italy. Okay, well the board is set. That's my defence. I'm sticking to it. Okay, so we have victory. I just want to first point out that I was actually bricking myself for like half a day because I realised after I finished moving on my last round, Germany 6, I realised actually how vulnerable I'd left for Karelia. Because what I didn't count on, you can't see it now, but I think it was 6 fighters in Persia, which was for some reason I just didn't see. I just did not see it. I saw them there, but I didn't see they could hit Karelia. So actually Karelia was quite weak, like he was the weakest of them all. I think I was thinking that India was our weakest at like 90%, but I think Karelia had about a 70% chance of holding. So very, very dicey. That could have gone either way. But fortunately for us, the UK didn't go for it. They went for India instead, which held firm and But we'll get to that in a second. Let's just go through the last of the round. So UK went for 4 infantry. This is Ted, by the way. 4 infantry, 3 artilleries, and 1 fighter. Went for Yakut, Baltic States. So he's just going through. How did that tank get there? Must have come through here somewhere. Or down from here. Strange. Okay, West Russia, Baltic States, Finland, and India was the big one. I think we're just very, very lucky that he missed the attack on Karelia because that was definitely the vulnerability for us there. So got fortunate. India held nicely. What was the actual damage to India? So we'll quick look at that. India had we lost 10 infantry, but they lost 11 infantry, 2 artilleries, and 6 fighters. Crucially, so we held very firmly there, which was nice. So we had plenty to move on with from there. Round 6 still. Tbone, 2 transports, 3 tanks. Just sort of a follow-up by should we lose something in Europe, I'm assuming. He went obviously for Hawaii, took it nicely, had a big load going for Hawaii. So this is more than safe. I think even if the US had prepared something here the round before, I don't think he would have got through all of that. So it's a huge escort for that transport convoy. So I took a few things there and there. Went into Persia. Now the crucial thing is, again, this is probably, I don't think, from any point of view, from any player in this game, I don't think any of us played particularly well, or at least particularly sharply. It wasn't terrible play, but I think we just all made some mistakes here and there. Definitely myself included, with leaving Karelia light. But yeah, it was funny because we were saying the only 2 vulnerabilities we had after the UK had gone was, well, not really France, because France was airtight at this point, but Italy was a bit weak. I think we had 7 infantry, 4 tanks, I believe, with an anti-air gun. Still by no means, it wasn't safe, but it wasn't particularly weak either. But we had 3 spare fighters, and I think some bombs as well to land in Italy. But Tbone forgot to move them, so we left Italy in a slightly weaker state than it would have been otherwise. And they came close. They came very close. So this is Stella's go, round 6, 2 transports, 5 infantry, 4 artilleries. It went for Italy, and came super close to taking it. Super close. 2 tanks was what decided the game here. It's extremely close. Yeah. Damn. I'm not sure what the odds were for Italy. I do remember thinking they were, from what I checked, I think they were fairly good. But yeah, dicey. So it's a VC snipe round 6, but it wasn't the best, far from the best VC snipe from us. I think we could have played that a lot tighter. I think what's interesting as well for Tbone, I think when I'm playing Axis, when I know that I'm going to be getting India for round 3, my next thought is immediately to think about how to get to Hawaii, and if it's defended, if I can go and take it, because that's the logical choice. Because the sooner you can take Hawaii, and get to up to 9 cities, the better it is for Germany, because the longer the game goes on for Germany, the harder it becomes to hold these 4 cities, because there's going to be more Allied troops in the area, more landings. The infantry for the Germany's, generally speaking, is going to be whittled down a bit because of all the constant trading of these territories. So yeah, the sooner the Japanese can take Hawaii, the better for the team as a whole. So round 6 is definitely late for a VC snipe, but I think we managed to do enough to secure it. But no, it was a fun game, very interesting game. It was a bit different. We don't often see it's not a quick game, not a long game. It's a very middle. Round 6 is a weird round to end it, but yeah, probably one of the latest VC snipes you might see. But there we go. It was yeah, good game anyway. So well played to all the players. Thanks for taking part, and I'll see you in the next community game.